Welcome to Bleachers and Speakers. I'm your host, June. We keeping the off-season vibes going. This is our featured player of the week, and Foster has done his homework. He's ready to go. This is a player that I'm excited about. I'm hoping he's around when it's time for the Lions to draft. This is our featured player of the week, 2024 draft prospect. And Foster, you can go ahead and do your thing. I'm excited, bro.
All right, so the next featured player is Kool-Aid McKinstry. He's a corner out of Alabama. He sizes up at 6'1", 195 pounds, so some solid height at 6'1", and about average weight wise. But as far as his prep career goes, he was a five-star recruit coming out of high school, and his top accolade was that he was a first team All SEC, and that was in 2022. Now, I premise 2022 because 2022 was his best year as a player. He didn't have many stats that jump out his senior year. His senior year, he had 24 solo tackles, zero interceptions, zero forced fumbles, and seven pass deflections. So his breakout year, the year that really put him on the map, was in 2022, where he had 35 tackles, two of those for a loss, one sack, one interception, and 16 pass deflections. So that is the one thing that was jumped out at people, was that he hasn't fared as well statistically. And I want to say Quinyon Mitchell had a similar situation where his best year was the year before he came out. But as we get into his positive attributes, he's very positive. I mean, very confident, and very aggressive, and solid speed, 4.5 40, not blazing speed, but definitely serviceable. Um, he has quick feet. He has burst to drive, and he has the ability to sink his hips in and out of breaks. And as far as his weaknesses, he's an inconsistent tackler. He has a tendency to face guard. His positioning is often too high in press coverage, and he needs to work on his footwork. Um, he has I feel like even with the name, I feel like he has the flair, and he's the name that when he gets called, I feel like the fans are gonna automatically gravitate to him. He's got that Alabama swag, and as you know, the Lions have had good success with Alabama guys as of late. Jameson Williams and Jahmyr Gibbs, Brian Branch as well. So I feel like he's a guy that if he falls to us, just the on paper alone, it's going to look great. He's also a player that played on special teams in college as well. So you can just add that to the tools in his belt. But as far as his fit with the Lions outside of that, I think that day one he could possibly be an outside corner. He's got good size. He's got good. I think he has a high ceiling. I think some of the techniques, such as his just his positioning in press coverage and his footwork and things of that nature, he can work on. But I think that he has a potential to be an elite outside cornerback opposite of Cam Sutton, along with the plethora of talented secondary members that are already in Detroit. He's got a good name. We all know about the Kool-Aid and the drinking the Kool-Aid. That fits as well. So yeah, that is Kool-Aid McKinstry, and he's project. I've seen projections of him falling late in the first round, so he's kind of in that mold. He could rise or fall depending on how his combine goes. So we will definitely be checking on him tomorrow as he runs, because he's running tomorrow, correct?
That is correct. Should
I'm,
be.
I'm here
D
for it.
backs are running. And I've heard 40 times as far as ranging between 4.35 and 4.55.
From
So
him.
yeah, from him. So
Okay.
we'll see what he actually runs. And he's one of those players where I think I've seen him go early. I've seen him be available at 29. So
He was the number one ranked in the particular site that I utilized for this one. He was the number one ranked, but I've also seen him fall down a little bit. Just depends on who you ask.
Foster, we're gonna get us a corner. We're gonna get us a corner if we want.
One of them.
That is our featured player of the week, NFL draft prospect. I'm sorry, Kool-Aid McKinstry.